Continuing in our discussion about Athlon Sports' anonymous SEC coaches, let's talk about Georgia and what it is that SEC coaches told Athlon they want to see out of Kirby Smart's Bulldogs. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If you're into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. What do you need to see from Georgia to convince you that they can run it back, win the SEC championship game, play in the college football playoff, and perhaps win a third national championship in the last 5 years? The thing that Kirby Smart has done since coming to Georgia is remarkable. It is. Gets there in 2016, they go to Liberty Bowl. After that, they're renting a room in the playoffs, and they were flirting with becoming the first three-peat champion in the sport since the 1930s, but they fell short, right? That 2022 season, gaudy. That 2021 season, gaudy. Last season, if Carson Beck stays healthy, do they play for a championship? Who could know, right? That's the question. Carson Beck last year was not as good as he was in 2023, but he wasn't terrible either, right? There's a reason why he transferred to Miami and didn't go to the NFL draft. Could be the same thing that led to Cam Ward going to Miami, which is maybe I want to be the number one pick. It's possible. But for the Bulldogs, they had decided they were going to go with Gunner Stockton, okay? Which puts them, not dissimilarly, in the Dylan Gabriel, Jackson Arnold camp. And it can go that bad. But RJ, Gunner played well in relief of Carson Beck. He's fine. He's fine. I'll give you an example here. Jackson Arnold went for 363, 2 TDs against Arizona in his first start. Then ask me what happened against Tennessee. You know what? I'll tell you. 7 of 16 for 54 yards with a pick. Putting the ball on the floor. It can happen. So what have SEC coaches told Athlon they want to see or have seen from Georgia? Quote is, all eyes are on the offense. They have questions at pretty much every position group here. Is Stockton a legit QB1? Can they replace the offensive line? Can the receiving corps improve? Zachariah Branch? Yeah, probably. Do they have a guy behind Nate Frazier in that backfield? Yeah, they do. Last season, they looked sort of muddled. Not bad, but you got the idea they weren't confident in one particular area of their attack. Mike Bobo. Georgia fans, they'd be the first people to tell you that. Yes, you're talking about Mike Bobo. You're talking about our play caller. That's the guy that we're not confident in our attack. Mike Bobo, though, handpicks Gunner Stockton. Helped raise the boy. It's always going to be his guy. So if you're looking for a one-to-one with your offensive coordinator and your play caller, you got one. You also got the Georgia State passing high school record leader, right? This is a guy that broke records that were once set by Trevor Lawrence, once set by Deshaun Watson. He can sling it. We know this. Then there's this quote. Defensively, it's still an elite group, but they're thin at linebacker. I don't know about that, man. Every time I look at a Georgia defense for the last decade, last 8 years, they've been stacked. They've been so good. They've been so good. Every time you think they're going to take a step back, they go, no, we got another one of those. Watch this. Harry Roseman's like, keep them coming. Keep them coming. We want them all in Philly. Give us every last one of them dudes you recruit. Send them to Philly. Let's go win another Super Bowl. Because that is the kind of defense that Kirby Smart puts on the field. And that's why they've been so good. I did this in the Oklahoma segment. I'm going to do it again. Defense. Have a great defense. If you got a great defense, you can do anything you want offensively. It doesn't matter. You can run wishbone. You can run triple option. You can run spread. You can run air raid. You can be multiple. It doesn't matter because the defense is stopping people. Do you realize the defense is still the only unit that can stop people from scoring and score the ball? Anybody remember the 2000 Baltimore Ravens? Trent Dilfer didn't have to do nothing but hold the keys. That's it. That's all. That's what they got going on at Georgia. Do not get in the defense's way. Then there's this quote. I don't think that this is the same level of talent we've seen in the last 3 or 4 years. I think you might see a decline, at least at first, on both lines of scrimmage. No. Georgia fans think that I hate their program. I don't. I have tremendous respect for your program. This is why I say this is malarkey. All they do is bring in Tate Ratledge's and Jordan Davis's and put them on the line of scrimmage. How are you going to convince me that they're going to take a step back with this? Come on, man. I was saying this when Sam Pittman was the offensive line there. They got dudes all up and down that thing. And in the SEC, where you got to have defensive linemen to win, they have the best. They have the best. Then there's this question, or this quote. The biggest question mark will be the offense under Stockton. They didn't chase any portal guys, so let's see if the kids can become elite. Didn't chase any portal guys at the quarterback position. Zachariah Branch is going to give them an opportunity to have another James Cook. That's what it is, right? Can you put him back to, take a handoff 7.5 yards deep? You could, but you don't need to do that because he's going to be dynamic in your return game, and he's going to be dynamic taking the top off the defense. I think as many ways as you can get that dude the ball, you need to if you're Mike Bobo. That's your new best friend. That's your Taysom Hill, right? That is your gadget player. That is your, hey, let's run a trick play to this side. That is, hey, we need somebody to get us a quick 6. Okay, cool. Let me run this one back. That's who Zachariah Branch can be for Georgia. They haven't had that guy in a few years. That's why I've said James Cook. They're going to get that guy back. This has also not been an offense that ever wants to feature a wide receiver, which is why it's interesting. They don't have a 1,000-yard receiver. They don't have a 1,000-yard receiver. Georgia does not make 1,000-yard receivers. Go look up A.J. Green's stats. You won't find one. Go look at Georgia Pickett's stats. You won't find one. They don't throw the ball down the yard. That's not what they do. So it was kind of astonishing, really, that we were looking at the wide receiver core last year and going, why are they so bad? Because they don't throw them the ball. So they're not in position to take it and make a play, which is wild given what Carson Beck was able to do in 2023. Maybe that dude deserves some more credit. But given the kind of talent they can bring in, they can have a 1,500-yard receiver if they want to, but they don't. They want to run the ball and play defense, ball control. Don't get in the defense's way because that's how you win championships out there. I think the more that I talk about Georgia, the easier it is for me to understand they're going to be there at the end, okay? Will they make the SEC championship game again? Tell me who's not going to. Tell me who else would be there. Florida, we'll talk about them. LSU, we'll talk about them. Ole Miss, we'll talk about them. But really, you expect one of those teams is going to play Georgia or Texas being one of those other teams, right? You could end up with Georgia, Texas in the SEC championship game. You could convince me of that. Everybody else got to show me something. Got to show me something. We'll see what that is.